To follow the House of Usher. I'd seen Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Blind Manor, and Midnight Mass. We watched it as a family. And what happened was, well, as soon as I decided that I should do this, I'm so grateful to him because I was playing this amoral, soulless sociopath. And I thought, I'm glad he thought of me. But to be quite honest with you, he thought so outside the box. I'd never been offered a role as challenging and as different from what people expect from me, so I'll be forever grateful. And to her point, the atmosphere on the set is much like Mike himself. He's welcoming, he's kind. I've never seen him get angry, I've never seen him raise his voice, and there's a sense of family there. And that motivates you to do your best, and that's all due to Mike's deep talent.
I want to talk about dance, because it plays a very big role in this movie. So, yeah, I think you know where we're going with this one. Tom, talk to us a little about dance and dancing. And in that sequence, which is one of my favorites in the whole movie, how long did it take you, the practice? Tell us about those moments.
I loved it. Well, just to go back a step, Mike and Trevor first sent me the script, and I think, perhaps rather like some of you tonight, I found the first act so full of mystery and intrigue as I was following Marty and Felicia, and the world seemed to be ending, and it was so compelling and fascinating. I was reading it, and the pages were turning. I thought, where is this going? And then as I realized that the constellations in the night sky were constellations in the mind of this mysterious figure, Chuck Krantz, and then you get to meet Chuck, and I understood that it was about the many multitudes we all contain within us. And then I got to the section where you meet Chuck, and he's an accountant, and he's wearing the armour of accountancy, the grey suit, the Samuel Windsor Oxfords, and his life is narrower than he perhaps had thought. And he hears the beat of that drum, and he puts his briefcase down and starts swinging his hips. And this moment was about spontaneity and joy, and that it was a miraculous accident, this moment in time. And I think many of our lives contain those moments, and that's really what the dance is there to express, is that Chuck, in that moment, is expressing everything that he is on the inside, everything he was as a boy, everything he used to be, everything his grandmother taught him, that all that experience at school, that he isn't just an accountant, he isn't just the job that was given to him, and his internal world contains so much greater range and depth. And it was so resonant. I was so excited when I read it. I thought, wow, what an amazing turn. And it was a turn that exists in Stephen King's short story, the turn exists in Mike's screenplay, and I just wanted to do it. And I said to Mike and Trevor, please can I do this? And they said, yes. And then it was really about understanding that moment had to encapsulate all of Chuck's boyhood, all of his joy, all of his training, all of his freedom, all of his innocence. That he was winding back the clock and dancing like he was 10 or 11 or 12 or 13, 14 years old. And so we began. I did not have the same training in my life. And I worked with Mandy Moore, the extraordinary choreographer, and Stephanie Powell in London. And Annalise worked with Mandy in Los Angeles, I worked with Stephanie in London. And all the time working with Taylor, who wrote the music and put the music together. And at the beginning, jazz, swing, cha-cha, didn't know samba either. bossa nova, polka. The moonwalk was essential and new to me. So I had a similar version of what the twirlers and spinners go through. Anyway, it was a most extraordinary period. And then there was a week in London where Taylor and Annalise and Manny came to London and put the whole thing together. And it was, I think we shot the sequence in 4 days. Annalise and I danced all day, every day. And Taylor played all day, every day. And it was one of the most joyful, one of the most expressive, one of the most free, one of the happiest periods of my working life, those 4 days. It was magic. And I loved it.